All right, what's up, team? So back testing is kind of a live scenario where we would have, say, taken a trade in the 850 macro. Since I did it visually, again, it wasn't a live trade. Just have a high past, I guess, what, 4 trading days of losses equipped here. So mentally, I'm just not gonna trade that, especially live with knowing that. And then we also have a heavy flow of news. I believe today Powell and Trump are both speaking. So no idea what price action is going to do here within the next, say, I guess 15, 20 minutes of that. But it is at least wanted to go over kind of a market breakdown here with what I saw with NQ, at least in the 850 macro, which led to a 1 to 3 quick win kind of at open and everything. I honestly did not realize it was at open, but the setup just presented itself. So, give me a second here. So, looking at it pretty much from a grand scheme of things, we had a couple of areas of sell side and buy side liquidity, but obviously we had London lows, London highs. So kind of circled back here to the areas of interest. Yesterday, none of the sell side liquidity areas kind of got tapped, so that was my main concern, and that was yesterday's London low. So obviously I wanted to see some form of bullish movement come from price, which it came down, obviously swept this low. Yeah, came down, price tested this low, rejected off of and carried up. But yeah, we swept the previous day London low. So once we saw that, I'm kind of just looking for your generic AMD setup. So let's see here. Kind of scaled in. So once the break happened, 850 macro, the break did happen. So we obviously had some movement to the downside here. So let's see. So at the start, obviously, we had some, accumulation, not accumulation, but a few, highs, lows, forms, things of that nature. So price just kept, forming these here. So obviously, once we got this little break of this mini high, past high here, I included the wick there, and then obviously the wick performed. It carried through the wick at the end with that. Excuse me. So once I obviously saw that break here, I kind of found a fair value gap area that was inversed from the previous downtrend there. So typically price likes to test or retest that area. We didn't have a bullish fair value gap. Obviously bullish being here somewhere in that area. Actually, we kind of did. Yeah, we actually did, but I definitely just ignored that. It wasn't my eye concerned necessarily. So realistically, we would have caught some form of an entry down here in the inversion. Fair value, yeah, the inversion. Um, 9 times out of 10, I'm aiming to say if obviously we're in the, looking for a buy setup, I'm looking for a bear or a bullish fair value gap form, which we had that here. I just didn't have it marked or see it at first glance, which wouldn't have been a bad entry or anything like that. So we probably would have had it just below there. So around the same parameters as far as the entry goes, probably a little lower of an entry. But needless to say, we inversed this bearish fair value gap, came through, tested. This was a strong level, had a little bit of displacement, came down, retest, and took off for the run in there. So, I mean, that's just realistically what we were looking at here within the 850 macro. Again, not too sure what we'd be seeing here coming at 10 o'clock, if not after, or even in the PM session, but that's just something that I wanted to let go of for today and kind of just see what I could visually see. I know mentally, having say 4 straight L's isn't ideal. It happens to us all, but you just learn to roll with the punches, keep your psychology in check. So me keeping my psychology in check. Obviously, I'm not looking to trade live today or anything of that nature. Possibly for the rest of the week, just with the number of L's, but I just wanted to, verify my confidence within my own strategy, as far as how I see the charts and how I trade. But this is definitely something to, uh, that works well. It was replicated in the market on a day-to-day basis, 3 to 4 times out of a day. You just have to be patient and stick to your strategy, know it inside and out, and just trust yourself and trust price. So yeah, that is the lesson I have for today with it. So Yeah, roll with the punches, keep going, keep your psychology in check, and happy